be the Jace, like you were talking about. Not for Rascal on in this particular case, but Kiin is going to be rocking with it this time around. So, like you were talking about, trying to get that early prio, and you mentioned how difficult it is to grab it against Volibear. Why not pick Jace? Jace is pretty good at it too.
And that kind of offsets the pressure. I'm not entirely sure how this...
Nothing really standing out as far as any surprises. It will be once again comment on the Azir.
You know, like any health trade that you get with BDD is irrelevant for you because you can go back and look at that.
This is not good for Rascal as Kiin picks up first blood under the turret, literally right next to the turret. I got you.
I need that. They do know that Dread is here. He was spotted on a ward.
Oh, speaking of spotted on a ward, Clid going to do the same thing here as the bowling ball will connect. Dread only level 5, so no one's sleepy just yet. As Rascal gets himself a shield, but he'll just be eradicated. Dread spins around, grabs the kill. We got some bear slaps, but these are sad ones. And like you say, level 6 gained. Sleep unnecessary, although Dread did press the button out of celebration. Battery. Oh dear, that bowling ball needed to be avoided. Does so, as now BDD trying to get out of there. There's the Emperor's Divide. Back onto Clid as Shock Blast comes down as well. Everyone's sleepy, but the sleep on the side of a Freaker is way more powerful. And they'll transition into a Herald. It looks like
he should keep trying to fight with Dread because we've seen what happens. And
Rascal, I mean, he wants to get the shield. That's why he moved forward, but it looked a little bit dicey. As Kiin can definitely dive this. There is no doubt in my mind. Oh, goodness me. This is so scary. As Bang's getting dove on the bottom side. Rule is trying to be that carry, and he's going to find it with a Void Seeker. The last second, fantastically tanked there.
Need to make something happen.
We are absolutely trying to do that as life is being sandwiched here a little bit. There's the flash. 3-man pulverizes teleport. Comes through from BDD. The cow goes down very early as Kiin was the focus, but he gets himself out of there. Fly is going to tidy up the damage as the Wrecker ultimate out from the Volibear does escape the Emperor's Divide, and he makes it underneath the turret as Ruler turns up maybe a little bit too late.
If he was not great.
Oh, absolutely not, especially now with the lack of map control as they're looking to try and take down Kiin. Clid going to get here, possibly a little bit late as Rascal's ulti doesn't really find the mark. Now we do have the bear flying through as the Shock Blast misses. BDD tries to find some paddle stars through it all, but there's the bubble. Perfectly done as everyone had to avoid almost every one of those Shock Blasts. Yeah, and this is certainly some danger.
No wave.
Yeah, Bang's going to try and get there as Clid comes on over. Life, remember, no ulti available. Clid out of the fight now as there's the exhaust. Killer Instinct, mostly for defense, but now BDD is teleported to this outer turret. Depth charge comes down as now Dread trying to get out of there. Emperor's Divide onto only Rascal, who manages to ulti at the very end, gets himself out. So now they're all in the Thunderdome with BDD as the dredge line. That anchor just needed one extra link in it as now Bang dives on forward. BDD goes golden though as the wave finally turns back up, and somehow Gen G get their 80 carry out and everyone stays alive.
Operation Save Ruler is a glowing success of ability.
They don't stack though, unfortunately. So maybe not the best. Bye, Ruler. See you, mate. Yeah, blink and you'll miss it.
Do you have a pen for me? I need to write down a POG vote. I don't know if we can I'm not going to do that. I don't want to curse at Freak of Freaks, but I got to say, this is a great first game here, and I think Gen G, as much as any of us, are kind of surprised by what a Freak Out shown here, Atlas.
Yeah, I actually think that, Dread played out the early game very, very effectively.
Damage dealt.
Well, he already, by the way, guys, did the most damage on a Freaker, and
that just means complete loss of tempo.
All right, Clid looking for Kiin. They try and get him. There's the flash pulverized as in goes Rascal as well. He's been exhausted, gets over the wall as Bang dashes through as well. As we've got a 3-man sleep off to the side, but Kiin eventually does fall down. Ruler still has the Killer Instinct actually available.
And Gen G want to contest here.
Well, they're going to try to. Shock Blast avoided by Clid, who throws in his control ward. Can he get round the back? He does have the flash available, gets in the pit. Unable to steal it away from an Azir of all people as now the fight is on. Clid is just going to burn down to the passive, goes to sleep as well, as Bang's going to collect it. Now a Freak just chasing everyone down. BDD trying to escape as best he can. The bowling ball farm as Gen G actually won a fight here as Kiin almost just executes Clid. Life dives in, but the Unbreakable Will not looking like quite enough here as Rascal. That was an unfortunate teleport. Played well from Bang. Does basically nothing, but that's the Sleepy Bear. And he gets a bit of a heal, but doesn't quite make it out. Ruler's going to get tagged as well. And now it's Bang's time to shine. Yes, I'll give you an S for that one, my friend, as this is the end of the game, and Afrika will claim game 1.
And I could have seen a scenario in which Gen.G, they find some difficulty. Maybe they are not able to get it going from the beginning. But to see Afrika keep up the form they've had against these weaker teams, against a team like Gen.G, whose strongest point is in the early game, that's insane.
Yeah, it's extraordinarily impressive in Afrika. What I want to go back to is the fact that we were apprehensive with Afrika getting that early lead, then being able to transition. Well, I'm just that little bit less apprehensive now, because that was pretty clinical with the way that they held onto it. Yes, there were, a lot of power towards the top side. They will lock that one away. Gives them a 4-1 composition with some decent pick around the mid-game, and they can play towards it. The only thing that's standing out to me is the Aphelios that doesn't have Thresh. Does feel like half the champion when that does come into play, but this is Ruler.
So we can forget me.
Yeah, let's do that. What's your opinion on the Omni Stone on the Camille?
Yeah, right. I think.
Yeah, right.
Always recognize those.
Well, not anymore. The redemption a little bit harder to gather at the moment, as now Lahen's taking a lot of damage. Live just sticking to him. There's the flash out, and first blood goes to Ruler. We mentioned the fact that it doesn't matter which support this guy has on the Aphelios because he's just so damn good. Now they're looking for the second one as he gets the snare as well. The Calibrum comes through, gets his second proc. It's not quite enough. Oh my goodness.
Much. And I'm pretty sure that Ruler and Live can now just freeze the lane here, clear his bot side, and that means that we're going to see a huge chest lead fly.
Yeah, gets the last auto, and BDD solo killing in the mid lane. Yeah, Scatter the Weak does go wide, so that's a bit of CC now on cooldown as Rascal's going to move on in. 3 versus 4, and in goes Live. Solar Flare goes completely wide. 3-man Shockwave from Fly, though, is cleared. Has to get out. Rascal goes back in, though, and he's just dead. Oh no, he's not exactly having the greatest day, as that's a brilliant cast out of Lahen's. And Afrika take control once again. Value out of that piece of shellfish as in goes. Rascal doesn't quite find the hook shot, and he's going down extraordinarily low. Dread tries to slap him as he does walk away. Shockwave comes in, easy dissonance for the kill. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, Ruler is continuing to just be an absolute beast, as Bang's going to have to flash to get out of the way of that.
Oh, Ruler.
Yeah, Dread is going to find him here as the barrel comes down. Ruler's trying to get the damage back, but Dread just tanky enough.
I think Gen.G to me are still playing like they are very much ahead.
Whoop, that's a big flash forward as the stun comes down. Dread's going to easily be able to pick that one up as Kiin gets into position just a little bit too late. And Life with the defensive solar flare stops.
Play in terms of tempo, I don't even think it's necessarily worth it as
Life is going to get booped back. The Eclipse doing a lot of work mitigating as there's the Shockwave to bring him back in. Just the one pick. But what can Afrika get for it is the purchase for himself. His Leandri's already complete as Kiin looks for Rascal and finds him here towards the bottom side. The chain CC is really nice as he cops about 3 houses to the back of the head. Another one will spell the end, and he doesn't even need it. Just slaps him in the face, and another solo kill for Kiin. Shockwave is going to pull back Cleared, who just can't get into the enemy jungle at all. He has to use his Zhonya's, and that is going to mean that they grab the kill onto Lahen.
5 where they're not in a good position. They can't land a couple of spears or some Syndra poke as Ruler.
In goes the bear slap, and Ruler is absolutely dead. This is the setup. The slap into killer instinct.
Flash?
Yeah. He's a sitting duck, or a sitting Aphelios, I guess. The duck is actually Dread.
This is a key moment. They're losing their inhibitor, Atlas.
They are indeed. However, there's definitely not Udyr into the game, okay? How can you not be laughing? That's composition that can be very difficult to play if you're extraordinarily even like this, right? Because you're the one that has the onus on you to take control of all of the side lanes, make sure that all the ducks are in a row. As yep, that is a very dead Kiin. That's the pick that you were talking about for Gen.G.
This is the one
no! Lahen's also going to be taken down. Fly, he was thinking about using that shockwave, but unfortunately, no one was there to follow up, and it wouldn't have done. Split off from BDD and Cleared as now Dread wanting to chase after them, not wanting to use his flash though, as you can see, as that's an empowered recall. It's going to get cleared out of there. BDD now sort of on his lonesome as a cute little flash out from Kiin. Oh my god, BDD does a lot of damage. However, Kiin going to survive for now. Is looking to bait a little bit more. as there's the Zhonya's, and Bang is going to be able to pick up the kill in the end. So this next team fight could be a good thing as Gen G looking to go for it. Rascal with a great flanking angle right now as Afrika do lock down that Cloud Drake. Live flashing on in on top of Kiin. They understand where the power is for Afrika, but Kiin gets the Mega Gnar at exactly the right time. Live going down low as Rascal into the backline. The Gnar doesn't quite do enough as he manages to pick up the kill, but Bang's already dead in this one. Clid going to be limping out of there as Lahen's trying to tidy up and fly. Oh my god, the damage from Rascal now as Gen G look to be fully charged up, and they do close in on Afrika and take them down.
That might very well be the end of the game here. Dread trying to clear the wave as much as he can, but a new wave is coming in. Teleport from Rascal just to gain priority here. And we've reached that point of late game inevitability that specifically the Camille has, but it's really just how well Gen G play out that fight. Rascal with the flank there finds Bang immediately, and something that we haven't talked about there is that Afrika doesn't actually have that much damage in that comp at this point in time, right? Like, it's Orianna and Kai'Sa mostly, and if Kai'Sa gets blown up without being able to do anything with the flash still up...
Oh, we're slapping everyone! As the Nexus is going to be taken down. He goes golden for a little bit here as Bang dives on forward. Rule is going to be executed, but so is the Nexus, and that is the main thing. Gen G walk away with a victory in game number 2 and push the series to a third.
And it's a justifiable win here for Gen G.
Yes!
Yes! Thank you, Kiin. I didn't even get a chance to talk about it because I mentioned the Gangplank earlier, and of course we were all thinking it. This is the counter matchup that we've seen go time and time again. Who has been the win condition for Afrika this entire series? It has been Irelia. And if Afrika actually, because I said this to you in the break, and it is something that shouldn't really happen.
Yeah, there's a big old Gnar though, as Rascal just going to get solo killed at level 2. Oh my god, Kiin. I can't believe, like, I was so nonchalant because I just wasn't expecting that kill to come through because, like, Mega Gnar was there, like, gets all the health back, should be fine. Nah, isn't fine. I've seen this before, Chronicler, like, oh god, and another stun. More free damage. He's under the turret, he wants to do it back-to-back. He's level 3, back-to-back solo kills, and he gets out with the flash. Oh, pack it up, we done. Give it to Afrika.
No way.
Oh no, now he's back and Clid's gonna come through! Oh, come on, that's not fair.
6. Like, I think if you go for that, you just die.
Well, BDD is going to go down very low, and the line comes in there as Unleashed Power, not quite enough damage. Dread going to get the smite off for the health back. Clid does the same thing as Kiin, moving on down. Oh my goodness, you see him and it looks like, remember that Avatar movie and those really terrifying bulldozers? That's what he looks like here as Lahen's goes in, picks up the kill under the turret onto Clid. This is already skewed completely out of position as Dread is going to face check Rascal, but who's face checking who right now as he finds the anemic Gnar underneath his turret and will be denied even more. There's the heal to allow Bang to follow, but Rule is going 1 versus 2. Flashes on out, Bang misses the Void Seeker, which would have won them that, but that was Ruler by himself. Oh, now Kiin's trying to pull that wave back. Mega Gnar in a decent timing as the Gnar comes out, as Kiin is just going to get around the side. Spear is going to connect there as Clid dives on forward. Kiin is taken down. Unleashed Power, not enough to take down Rascal. And Kiin did whatever he could, but that spear landing...
He needs to execute well on.
Well, Dred's going to dive on over. There's the depth charge onto Clid. Pulled back with the dredge line from Lahen's. And he is going to be able to lock down that kill. Heroic entrance immediately is going to be interrupted. Life gets over the wall, but Kiin executes him. Now, BDD trying to get those work done. Commands those soldiers to do it, as that's a great stopwatch from Lahen's as Kiin just goes all the way around and now tries to find the pigeon. But there's a big old Gnar that they now have to deal with. Dread gets the smite off for the health back as we can see this fight battling on both sides as Kiin, he gets the tribute, but it's not quite enough to keep him alive. And once again, he is going to fall down as Rule. And Sand Soldier's going to get to work on the wave. Spear going to go wide, and Clid just going to try and help out. Okay, they might look for the 100 to 0. Collateral damage comes in, and Dread cleans it up with the help of his Gale Force. Like it a lot. Graves on the bottom side of the map. He's taking an inner turret, but it's being traded 1 for 1. That's an interruption onto Rascal, as Bang's going to find melee range, but this is a mini Gnar. It's a very different circumstance. However, maybe he's created enough distance.
Graves,
the big old hop's going to do it, as the Graves is pretty scary as well, even though he is at half health. As there they go, they get themselves the vision, and the Acathian Rain will do it. Bangs
opening. But if he doesn't and he holds it, then Kiin doesn't actually have a lot of space to go in.
Oh, here's the engage. Emperor's Divide's going to be flashed there by Fly, but he's still going down extraordinarily low. Vanguard's edge into the backline. Killer Instinct to follow up getting focused by Kiin, takes a lot of the aggro away, as it's an even trade in the end. Fly keeps himself alive as BDD now going to get stunned up and punished by Kiin. I think Kiin could have had a little bit of a different focus there to help things out.
Use like your rally and like just awkwardly kind of walk after them.
Ooh, quick draw's good. As there's the dredge line, another one that you could regret, but Lehens isn't going to. There's the Moonlight Vigil to come through for the stun. Speaking of stuns, Fly gets in there. Collateral damage doing a lot of work as another Emperor's Divide comes down and snags two. Ruler grabbing his first kill. Fly limping away from this fight as Kiin looking to get towards the back line, but you can see, Ruler getting tagged. Vanguard's Edge comes in as now it's the Kiin show. Looking for the resets as Clit trying to run away. There are 4 people still alive, but the Irelia is still terrifying. He has no flash, sidesteps the needle quite nicely. He gets on in. Oh, that is beautiful from BDD. Gets another cooldown on the Blade Surge and does execute the Irelia.
That was so cleanly played. What can Kiin do?
And what can Lehens start as well as Kiin? Speaking of which, he's going to have to go golden at the very beginning of this one. See whether he can get some resets as he flashes immediately over the wall. Now, Life has to use his stopwatch as well. Rascal now getting closed in on by the Irelia, but she keeps herself alive, has to use flash, has to use stopwatch. And that is a huge deal. Gen G think that it's enough to get them a Baron. We'll have to find out whether it is. As Ruler as well now.
Quick.
Yep, Lehens going to get missed, but is spotted by the sweeper. Here's the teleport in. This is going to be a battle. We'll see whether the Baron is going to be included in that. There's the dredge line. Lehens nod into the wall, but he's the only one hit by the CC. Now Fly trying to look for a flank, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough, as there's the Sterix. The shield going to be taken down. The Kaiser eliminated. The Irelia gets the same treatment. Dread now trying to run away, and Ruler and BDD do way too much damage. Gen G will win the fight, and this may just be the game.
And Dread is running away. He gets grumped. That's not something you're going to be happy with. And I said, maybe if you lose the fight, it won't be immediately be the end of the match. Gen G, they don't even care about the soul. They don't need it. And it is yet again BDD on his trademark Azir that, in my opinion, finds the win. He finds the shuffle, the 2 most important.
In fact, over.
Do it.
The Infernal Soul
Flip it.
Is taken.
Flip it.
We're doing this one more time, okay? This is the sequel. We'll see whether it's better than the original. As Life not going to find the Justice Punch. The Baron is secured by a Freaker. That's a decent stun, and then the pick off as Bang dives into the backline. Looks to try and create a ruckus as he flashes. The Emperor's Divide, and BDD is taken out of the fight, but Ruler is the other carry in this one, and he is so scary. Irelia already dealt with. Ruler at full health with the long-range weapons, and now it's just a Freaker trying to get the hell out of here. Wins the war, not quite enough. There is now Bang looking to try and dive on top of Clid. Wants to get the takedown, does so easily. And, yep, that wasn't going to be it there for
a fair bit of taketh away.
As we can see, Afrika now grouped back up as 5. Another Dread line is going to connect. This time it's onto Live. Good layering of CC right now as Dread locks down the Gargoyle. The teleport in from Rascal. He's like, where did everyone go?
He gives
teeth builds that the speedrunners do. That ain't fun. Just
can we bring this game alive? I'm going to go on a limb and say no Atlas, but a freak out. Try to prove me wrong.
That's a lot of inhibitors that are now dead as Lehens comes for the flank. Looks for Ruler there in the back line. He does go down to his GA as Emperor's Divide. Only onto Kiin, who goes down to his GA as well. Bang is eradicated. And I have a feeling the wallets are too heavy as Gen G stand fast and take down a Freaker. It's a triple kill somehow for the Nidalee, who decides that he wants to be a bit of a carry towards the end of this one. Nicely done by Clid, but here we go. Gen G with their Infernal Soul, their Elder Drake, and their Baron are going to be able to take this one down as BDD says, take down the Nexus, and they say, with pleasure, sir. Gen G get that best of 3 reverse sweep and manage to put down a Freaker, but I'm starting to get